Hi, this is Lauren. In this tutorial, we're going to look at adding assignments, quizzes, and polls to your groups to get feedback from your students. The difference between an assignment, a quiz, and a poll is assignments are things that the students are going to respond to that you have to grade. They cannot be graded by Edmodo. Students are either going to type a response or they're going to attach a document for that assignment. Quizzes are preset questions that you set the answers to, and then as soon as the student clicks submit, the quizzes are graded by Edmodo and the grades are automatically input into your Edmodo gradebook. Polls are single questions that don't necessarily have a right or wrong answer. It's just a way for you to gather some quick feedback. So let's look at adding one of these to a group. To add an assignment, I'm going to come up here to the top of my page, and instead of note, I'm going to click assignment because I want to add an assignment. I'm going to name my assignment, and we're just going to call this assignment 1. Load assignment means that you've previously assigned something to another group, and you can actually assign the same assignment to a different group. So every time you assign something to your classes, it's automatically saved into your Edmodo for use later on. I'm going to go ahead and set my due date, and then I'm going to describe the assignment. This is basically where I tell my kids what I want them to do. So I have a picture and I want the students to tell me something about this picture. So I want them to describe what excellence in math looks like for a fourth grader, because let's just say that that this group is a group of fourth grade students. I have the option to lock this assignment after its due date, meaning nobody can turn in the assignment after that. I'm going to send this to the group that I want to send it to. I can send it to multiple groups. And then I'm going to attach the picture that I want them to use as a reference. I can attach files, links, things straight from my library, and I also have the option to schedule a message. So let's say lunchtime tomorrow, the kids only have a couple of hours to finish this assignment, so I want to send them a message reminding them around 12 o'clock tomorrow that they have an assignment due. So I already have this image saved in my library, so I'm going to click the library. This is a picture. There it is, my math badge. And I'm going to attach that to my post. And it tells me that it's attached. If I don't want that one, I can exit out and it'll delete it from that post. So everything looks good to go. I'm going to click send. And so when the students sign on to Edmodo and they go to their training homepage, that assignment will be there. You can see that the due date is displayed, and as the teacher, I can see how many have actually been turned in. So let's look at a quiz. To start a quiz, you just click the quiz tab. Again, when you create quizzes, they are automatically saved in Edmodo. So I can choose a quiz that I've already created, or I can create a new one. So let's just create a new one so that you can see the process. First thing that I'm going to do is I am going to name it Sample Quiz 1. Oh, we'll do Sample Quiz 2 because it told me that that already exists. I'm going to give my kids 5 minutes because this is going to be a super easy quiz. I have some different options here. I can assign multiple choice questions, true, false, short answer, fill in the blank, or matching. I'm going to add my first question. So when I scroll to the top of the page, I have my question prompt. Again, this is going to be a super easy quiz. These are my answer choices. You only start with A and B, but you can add answer choices as you want. 2 plus 2 is 4, so I need to make sure that I set 4 as my correct answer. You see here I can also attach links and documents from my library as kind of helpful hints. When I scroll back up to the top of the page, I can click the plus sign on the left side, which will allow me to add another question. We'll do 2 times 3, and we'll say 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 times 3 is 6, so I need to set that as the correct answer. Scrolling back to the top of my page, I can add a little bit of information. I can choose to show my students their results as soon as they submit the quiz or not. That's up to you. You can also randomize your questions. So if you have a 20-question quiz and you have 2 students sitting side by side, they may not necessarily be looking at the same question if they're working at the same pace. So if you've got a class with wandering eyes, you might want to consider randomizing your questions. Once you're done, you can preview the quiz of how it'll look for your kids. You can print it, and you can assign it. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this quiz. When I assign it, it's going to ask me to set a due date. You can also choose to add this to your grade book or not. If you don't decide to add it to your grade book, you'll just your students can see the results, and it's just kind of a practice thing. If you want it added to your grade book, as soon as a student clicks submit, Edmodo grades it based on the answers that you told it were correct, and it automatically adds it to your grade book. I then choose which group I want to send it to. And again, I can schedule a reminder message or some kind of message to my students based on this quiz. And then I just click send, and it will be on my students' home pages when they log in. Poll questions. I click poll. I'm going to type in my question. Spell it correctly. And we're going to give them red, green. Again, I can add answers just by clicking the Add Answer button. Or purple. I choose the group that I want to send it to, and then click Send. And after your students vote which color is their favorite, they'll actually see this bar graph fill in. You as a teacher see it automatically. They'll see it after they have voted. So that is assigning quizzes, polls, and assignments to your students.